Asset purchasing offers something unique in that you're able to buy a business only through the purchase of the assets, which ensures that you don't acquire all of the liabilities and the skeletons in the closet. No matter how good we are at underwriting, how efficient we are at due diligence, doesn't matter if we interview every single employee, call every single client, you don't know what you don't know, and there's no way to be certain that you've uncovered every rock. That's why asset acquisition makes a whole lot of sense, but even in that context, there are problems and issues that are present. For example, in the context of a distressed business, it's likely that they're going to have a number of creditors. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in distress. Every single one of those creditors could file a UCC-1 financing statement or a blanket lien on the company's assets. Well, every single one of those liens follow the assets, which means that even if they're sold, those liens still exist. As an asset acquirer, you still have to be cognizant and aware that every single one of those liens are resolved in the purchase of those assets. The problem is that's inefficient. There's a better way to go about the purchasing of business assets that assures that all of the skeletons are left behind and that every single one of those debts, every single one of those liens, those UCC-1 financing statements are eliminated. And that way, that process is called an Article 9 transaction. Article 9 also derives from the UCC, and it provides a mechanism to purchase assets through a controlled short sale through the first position creditor. So rather than going down the list and asking permission from every single party that has a lien on the assets to conduct this sale, you only have to ask permission and negotiate with the first position creditor. This is extremely logical if you break it down for the following reason. If the company closes its doors and liquidates everything, the chances that those assets, used business assets, are worth anything or worth anything significant is very small, which means that to the extent that the first position creditor is not paid in full based on the sale of those assets, none of the subordinate creditors are going to see a dime. The UCC Article 9 sale process is a mechanism that accepts that reality, that acknowledges that reality situation where they're not going to collect anything, and it gives first position creditors a mechanism to sell assets to buyers who know that they are buying assets free and clear of debts and encumbrances. If you're in the business of asset acquisition, stop the approach of a global resolution and start using the Article 9 transaction. It eliminates the risk, it eliminates the uncertainty, it creates a mechanism for you to accomplish the very same goal in a quicker, more efficient, and more cost-effective way.